Hi, I'm Ted. Today I'm going to show you how to do comparative graphing in Excel. I have some data here on a spreadsheet, and it's just one column of X numbers and a couple of different columns of Y numbers, and we want to just compare Y1 and Y2 as a function of X. So to do that, there's a whole bunch of different ways you can generate a chart in Excel, but if you want to plot data like this, the most useful chart type is called a scatter plot or scatter chart. And depending on your operating system and your particular version of Excel, it may look a little different, but you want to look for a charts menu. So here on my computer, the charts menu is up here, and here is the scatter plot. So I'm going to click on that. And this looks like some data that may not follow nice straight lines. So I'm going to generate a plot with marked scatter, meaning that I'm going to show the points but no lines. You could also, depending on the data, show points with lines where the lines are smoothed. You could show just the smooth lines with no points. You can show the points and the lines connecting just straight lines connecting the points, or you can just show the straight lines with no points. So the one I want to select is marked scatter. So click that. And now on this particular, my particular setup, I go to chart layout, and I want to go, I stay on chart there, and I want to select the data. So I click on that option there, and now I'm going to add data sets. So there's two different data sets I want to add. So I click on add, and the first one is going to be X versus Y1. So the name is going to be Y1. But let me show you something even better. If I want the name to come from my spreadsheet, I just go over here and I click on Y1, and it picks the cell reference from my spreadsheet that will be the name on the graph. And then the X values, I click down here on X values, right over here. And then I go over to the X values, and I just select the whole range that I want to plot, all 20 or so values. And then I go over to the Y values, and now this is going to be Y1, so I just select that whole range of numbers in column B. And that's my first set, and you can see this is kind of nice. Excel is already generating my plot here. So now we want to add the second data set, so I'm going to click on add, and for the name I'm going to click over here on cell C1, which is where my Y2 label is. And then for the X values, I go over here, once again click there, and I go over and I select that same range of X data in column 1 or column A. And then for my Y values, now I'm going to select the second set in column C, just the numbers, not the label, and I'm all done. So I'm going to click on OK, and there's my chart. We zoom in on it, and you can see the default settings for Excel is to put a chart on the same sheet as the data. Now, if you want to put it on a separate sheet, and I always like to do this, you click on the chart area, and again, depending on your operating system, it may look a little different, but you can go up. The best way is just to right click on it, and it'll give you some options. And the thing you want to look for is move chart. Yeah, okay. And instead of being in that same worksheet, we want a new sheet that's going to be our chart. So and you can actually enter in a name that the worksheet, that the data sheet's going to be, or the tab is going to be data plot, we'll call it. And we'll click on OK, and there we go. It's in a new tab on the worksheet down here. And now, and I like to do this because I like to just work on the data plot separate from the data table. So there's a couple things you can do. If you click here on the anywhere in the middle of the XY plot, you can move this around. You can take the legend and move it. I always like to put the legend somewhere else, and I like to scale it a little bigger. Here's your two different X and Y sets, or your two different Y values. And you can go and label the axes. You can add major and minor grid lines. You can change the shapes of the of and colors of the points. There's all kinds of different things you can do to customize the plot to what it is you want to show. So just don't be afraid to do some exploring on your own. So I hope this has been helpful. I'm Ted, and today I showed you how to do a comparative plot in Excel. Thank you for watching.